What's up everybody, once again my name is Ben and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD. In the last episode we defeated Gohma inside of Dragon Roost Cavern and got ourselves Din's Pearl. In this episode, before we leave Dragon Roost for our next destination, we're going to go back inside the Rito tribe and take care of a mini-game slash side quest type of thing. I may have mentioned this before, but if I didn't, don't worry, it's not going to take too much time. And actually, it'll be pretty beneficial to us as well because we will get rupees from playing this minigame. So, I mean, the longer we do it, I guess, the more rupees we make, which in the long run won't be a bad thing because there is something that I want to do in this episode that requires a ton of rupees. I mean, we probably have enough right now, but having more won't hurt. Anyway, well now, I've not seen your young face before. Nope, don't believe so. You wouldn't be here in response to our posting for some part-time help, would you? Sure. Oh, excellent, that's good. But first, to see if I can use you or not, I need to give you a little test, just a small one. Mash the C on the envelope with the same icon on the shelf and throw the letter onto that shelf. Real easy. Simple. Just use a control stick to select a shelf and press A to throw the letter. Like I said, simple. Is that clear? Sure. Before time runs out, you have to sort at least 10 letters. Give your best shot. Alright, that should be pretty easy. I mean, they give us 30 seconds now. I don't know about you guys, but I think they made this a lot easier on the HD version of the game. I'm not sure why. Like, maybe it's because you can use the D-pad as well as the control stick, which, by the way, the D-pad is a lot better for this. Just because it's like a 3x2 grid and it's all squares, so the D-pad makes more sense. But, like, I used to be trash at the GameCube version of this minigame, but, like, on the HD version, I seem to do really, really well. Like, look at that, 26 letters. Like, that's the most you would ever need to complete everything in this particular, like, minigame side quest. So, as long as I can keep that up, we'll be fine. Yes, this guy's gonna pay us 1 rupee per 2 letters, so that's 13 rupees. Now, I believe we have to do this side quest a total of 2 more times for something that happens. So, I'm just gonna do that, and I'll meet you guys when we're done. Alright, that should do it. 25 letters? You have amazing coordination! Seriously, I'm stupefied, incredulous. We veterans use all day long and even we have a hard time reaching that amount. I've got to give you more money. Got to. 3 rupees per letter comes to 75 rupees. How's that sound? Hey, your name wouldn't have to be Link, would it? It is, isn't it? I thought you looked like the lad the chieftain was talking about. In that case, I should have expected you to be able to pull something like this off. I've heard all about you. Yes, I sure have. You've had a rough time, Link. I feel bad making you help us. But hey, things are looking up. Our new helper just arrived. Maybe you can give him some advice the next time you come by. Alright, now we're not done with this minigame side quest just yet. What you want to do now is exit and then re-enter that area because that will cause the new part-time guy to take his position so we can help him out now. Hey man, I'm the new part-timer. Green clothes and a green hat. Pardon me for asking, but you're Link, aren't you? Yes, we are. Aha! I knew it! You're a legend among the part-timers here. I really admire you, man. Just once, I'd love to see the legendary 25-letter sort. Do your best, man. Alright, here we go. This is the last time that we have to do this minigame. All we have to do is get 25 letters or more. And, well, we've pretty much completed it and we never have to do this again. Although, you can do it more times if you want to afterwards to get some extra rupees, but we're actually doing alright on rupees now. I mean, that 75 rupees we got last time was, like, basically all we would need for what I want to do later on. So for now, let's just focus on getting all of these letters. Come on. We might not be able to do this. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. We just made it. Oh my gosh, 25 letters. Amazing, man. I'm so impressed. Seriously, man. I've got to tell my mom back home all about this. I just gotta. I've got a favor to ask you, man. I'm still new here, so I'm not allowed to leave, so would you mind putting this letter to my mom in the postbox for me? Thanks a lot, man. And we got a note to his mom. It's so sad you could almost cry. I love the humor in this game. I guess I could just throw it in here with all the other letters, but I just can't bring myself to do it. It's against the rules, man. Alright, don't you worry about a thing. We'll go and mail your letter for you. I mean, after all, we are an honorary postman now. So let's head out to the post box in the front of Dragon Roost. I mean, you are going to want to mail this letter ASAP because eventually you will get a reply, and that reply will contain an item that you want to get. I'm not going to spoil what it is, but trust me, it's well worth your time. I believe it takes like 2 in-game days for you to get the reply. So, I mean, the faster you do it, the faster you get your reward. Anyways, let's just go and target the mailbox and pull out the letter. And, of course, the post box will do the rest. I believe we do have to pay, like, postage for this guy, so let me just make sure. Yeah, 5 rupees. Not that big of a deal, but it kind of does stink that we have to pay for this guy's letter. There we go. And with that, we've pretty much finished up everything that I want to do on Dragon Roost right now. So, let's go and talk to the King Red Lions. It would seem that Ganon sent those monsters to this place. But that would mean there's no time to lose. We must depart at once for the place where the next pearl sleeps. We sail to the south. Sorry, King of Red Lions. I really don't want to go south just yet. It is required to set the wind direction to the south, though, so we're going to do that. If you don't set the wind direction to the south, or you just try and get on the King of Red Lions, he's basically just going to yell at you, and you'll get nothing done. So, let's set the wind direction to the south, and then once we get on the King of Red Lions, we'll immediately change the wind direction to the west. That way we can go back towards Windfall. Now, it's worth mentioning that this is something you would really only do on the HD version of this game. If you're playing along on the GameCube version, you can pretty much just go south. There's really no reason to go back towards Windfall right now. However, on the HD version of the game, they added something that makes sailing a lot easier. So we're going to go back to Windfall and pick that up. Now, normally I would cut out all the sailing, but I have a feeling we're going to do a few things on the way to Windfall. Speaking of which, boy, hold it right there, small fry. We get introduced to another one of my favorite characters in the game, the map fish. I don't know where you got your mitts on that sea chart you got there, but it looks like to me like it's pretty much got nothing but seas drawn on it. It's pathetic, in fact. It's almost an insult to call that thing a sea chart, if you ask me. What's the matter, small fry? I'm just trying to be nice here. I'm telling you you've got a problem, and you do. Don't give me that stupefied look. It makes you look like you ought to be in diapers. Just listen, okay? I'm here to teach you what I know about this island, so open up your sea chart and make it snappy. Alright, so the map fish is going to fill in our sea chart a little bit, which will give us the location of the island, the name of the island, and then of course the map fish will tell us a little information about the island itself. There's a real peculiar cave towards the backside of this here Dragon Roost Island. Yep, real peculiar, but I doubt you'll ever get there to see it, small fry, unless you manage to sprout wings and fly, that is. Because you won't be getting there otherwise. That's all I can teach you, small fry, but I will do this for you since I'm feeling so generous. I'll send word to all my brethren living near the islands of the Great Sea. Good bunch of fish. If you see a fish leaping out of the water when you sail near an island, sail out to it and spread bait out on the water surface. Trust me, this is good advice, Fry. See, the baiting process allows you to get a chart of that island along with any info that might be of use to you. I highly recommend you make a habit of doing so. See, you're definitely going to need a reliable sea chart to help you search for things out in sea. I can't emphasize that enough, Fry. You need a well-drawn chart. If you don't get a chart for every island you come across, it'll just be a bigger hassle for you later on. Now don't say I never did anything for you, Fry. Hoy, you there, you kingly red lion guy. That's it, I've repaid my debt, I'm done. You take care of the rest. I wonder what that was about, like, what did the mapfish and the King of Red Lions do back in the day that caused the mapfish to be in debt to the King of Red Lions? That's what I want to know. Anyways, now that all that is finally out of the way, we can actually continue our way back towards Windfall Island. Now, like I was saying previously, if we ever go to visit a destination we've been to before, I will more than likely cut out the sailing for that part. However, this is going to be one of the few exceptions to that rule. The reason behind that is we just got the grappling hook from Dragon Roost, so now we have the ability to drag up treasure from the seafloor. And I know for a fact that there is at least 2 areas where we can pick up treasure, and I think I see one right over there. That like little tiny ring of light represents that there is treasure at the bottom of the seafloor. So if we go over there and we stop right on top of it, we can pull out the grappling hook and see if there's any treasure below us, which indeed there is. By the way, they actually sped up the animation for picking up treasure in the HD version of the game too, so that's actually really, really useful. Like, that'll save you a ton of time as well. Anyways, right here we've got a purple rupee, which again is worth 50 rupees, so that is very nice indeed. But like I said, we do want a lot of money before we go back to Windfall because the quest that I'm going to do requires a ton of money, so I'm just sort of collecting rupees now. Before we go any further, I'm actually going to sail back towards the island where we got the heart piece before Dragon Roost. This is called Paw Print Island, but we don't technically know that yet, so for now, I'm going to go and look for the mapfish. I believe I just saw him, like, fly up behind the island, so let's head over there and fill out our sea chart. Like the mapfish said, the sea chart is actually very, very important in this game, so you're going to want to do this. I know it takes a little bit of time, but trust me, it'll be well worth it in the end. Alright, so let's go and take out some all-purpose bait here. That's actually in the other bag. My bad. Alright, there's so many bags in this game. There's like the spoils bag, the bait bag, and delivery bag. Like, my gosh, couldn't they just make it like one bag? Anyways, here we go. Boy, small fry. Yeah, I've heard. I take it you want chart information about this island. And start by opening up your sea chart. So another huge, and I mean huge, advantage of playing the HD version is the fact that even if you're using the Wii U Pro controller like I am, the map is constantly displayed on the Wii U gamepad screen. So like even when you're in a dungeon, it displays the dungeon map, and when you're on the sea, it displays your sea chart. And that might not seem like much to you guys, but trust me, if you've played the game before, that is a huge deal. It makes it so you basically never get lost, which is really, really awesome. There's also a huge advantage when you're using treasure charts to pick up treasure from the seafloor. But we'll worry about that much, much later. For now, if this mapfish would stop talking to us, we can actually get on our way. For the most part, we'll probably just skip over most of the mapfish text because usually it's something that I'll explain on my own anyways, or it just won't be relevant to us at the time. Anyways, now that we're headed towards Windfall, finally, it's worth mentioning that you do want it to be nighttime when you reach Windfall. There's a clock in the lower left of the screen, so right now, although it looks kind of like it is sunrise, trust me, it's actually nighttime still. And ooh, I think I actually see another one of those glowy light rings over there. Yeah, you know, let's go and pick that up. We could use more rupees. I mean, we have definitely enough right now to get what I want to get, but we might as well pick up more. Actually, I think I made a mistake in the first episode of this game. In the GameCube version of Wind Waker, your wallet at first could only hold up to 200 rupees, I believe. However, on the HD version, your wallet can hold up to 500 rupees right at the start, which is really, really awesome. Like, that is a huge advantage in the HD version because, like, in the original version of Wind Waker, I would always rush getting the first wallet upgrade because I didn't really want to, like, waste any of the rupees that I collected because the quest at the end of the game required you to have a ton of rupees, but they actually changed that quest in the HD version as well. So not only does it require less rupees, they let you collect more rupees at the start of the game without wasting any. So they kind of like made it easier overall in the HD version, which I'm not going to complain about, honestly. Enough about that, though. Since we did make it to Windfall, and it is indeed still nighttime, we can enter this room, which, instead of being an empty room like it would be during the day, at night, it is the home of the auction house. Well now, good evening. Yes, I ran on the first floor of this mansion in order to run a nightly auction. And actually, tonight's auction is about to begin. Oh dear me, is it ever. Now, it is an auction, but I like to describe it in more simple terms. It's a competition of the very highest order. Oh yes, it's a competition to see who can get the item that is being auctioned. Can you outbid everyone else? Do you have the courage and the fundage? Oh, the drama. Ah, but what is this? Well, dear me, do I detect a hint of curiosity? I believe I do. Furthermore, we welcome bidders of all age, both kids and adults. Yes, so tell me, would you like to participate in the auction? Heck yeah, man. Really? Dear me, really? Heck yeah, dude, let's do it. Alright, I'm completely fine with you not explaining the rules. That is perfectly fine. Let's just get on with it. Very well then, let us begin immediately. There's no time to dawdle. The auction is afoot. On your toes. On your toes. Fantastic. And these, my friends, are our competition during the auction. Basically, it's the entire population of Windfall. The island isn't that big. Alright, first let me thank you all for coming. Blah, 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 blah. What a turnout. The auction is about to begin. Yes. And what do you suppose will pop up as our item of the evening? Oh dear me, I'm so excited I can't stop sniffling. The calm before the auction storm always makes my nose run. Let's get to it. This evening, our glorious auction item is this. Oh my gosh, it's actually the Swift Sale. That's actually what I wanted. Dang. Alright, so there's like a total of like, I think 4 or 5 items that it can be. It can either be the Swift Sail, a piece of heart, a treasure chart, and a joy pendant. So I think it could be like 4 things actually. But like, the chance of it actually being the Swift Sail on the first time, that's pretty insane. Like, that is really, really lucky. So here's basically how this auction works. That bar on the bottom screen fills up when you tap A. When it gets full, it allows you to bid. In the meantime, everyone else can bid. Now, there is a clock that isn't shown unless you bid that sort of counts down how long until this auction ends. So, what I like to do is fill up my bar almost to the edge and just keep it there. Like, normally you don't want to bid unless you have to, or you want to know how much time there is left on the auction, because these guys will basically just outbid you every single time unless you stun them. Now, the way you stun them is by bidding, I believe, 10 rupees over the current maximum bid. Now, it's worth mentioning that this right here is actually sort of a warning. Like, there's a few of those which let you know that the auction is almost over. Okay, so there's only 39 seconds left. It's not actually almost over. So we'll bid a few rupees. And now that sort of, you know, lets me know when I should bid next. Like, you kind of got to keep a mental note of how much time is left. Also, I forgot to mention, but whenever these guys bid, it'll actually stop the clock until you finish going through their bidding text and animation, so keep that in mind as well. Alright, time is running out. That probably means that there is about 30 seconds left, so let's just keep waiting it out. And of course, in the meantime, these guys are going to be jerks and keep bidding this item up. I find it funny that they're all bidding on a sale when the guy that sold us our original sale said something along the lines like, no one on this island wants to leave, so he has like no chance of selling it. Yet, here's a ton of the townsfolk all bidding on a sale. It's kind of ironic, really. Actually, we might have to bid here, because the bar does autofill even if you don't press it. So yeah, okay, we got forced into a bid. We'll just bid up 2 rupees or whatever. There's 17 seconds left, so that's pretty dang close. We are going to want to fill this bar now as fast as we possibly can, because, we want to make sure we bid within those 10 seconds where they're stunned and can't bid, and we can just win the auction based off of that. Alright, we're getting close now. 185 rupees. Oh, come on, stop bidding, dude. Really? Really? 197? You're a jerk. Ooh, there isn't much time left. Okay, I believe that is the 10-second warning or something like that. So, I'm going to want to bid basically now. 203 rupees. Alright, stop bidding me, dude. Let me go. Alright, 6 seconds left. Let's just go and upbid this 20 rupees. And that should stun everybody. I believe it's 10 rupees minimum to stun everybody, but 20 should definitely do it. They're all mad now. Alright, there they go. They're stunned, which means we should be able to snipe this bid. There's only 5 seconds left. I'm just going to fill up my bar just in case. I really hope we got it, though. And sold. There we go. Here ends the auction. Fantastic. Tonight's fabulous Swift Sale goes to Link for the price of 224 rupees. Dear me. Let me just say congratulations. Fantastic. Thanks to expert sail-making craftsmanship, your ship can now sail even faster than ever. And what's better, whenever you use it, a favorable wind will always be at your back. No need to manually change the wind direction. Voyaging has never been more efficient. Isn't that the truth? My dear, how incredible that such a youngster walked away with the prize. I've never seen such a fat wallet. That kid was a bidding machine, right up to the end. But now then, on to business. For your lucky ones out there, and yes, also for you not so lucky ones, let me say thank you for your participation. I must bring tonight's auction to an end. Dear me, such excitement. Dear people, thank you very much. No, thank you. The Swift Sail is actually like 80% faster than our normal sail, plus we don't have to change the wind direction, so yeah, you can imagine how much quicker travel is going to be. Anyways, now that we've done that, I think I'm going to call it an episode. So, if you enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But, once again guys, my name is Matt, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.